Good day, everyone. Today, we will talk about consumer health. This is a continuation of our discussion last week because we just touched on the different aspects of consumer health, which include but not limited to the what consumer health itself and your criteria in buying health products and services or availing health services. We also talked about how to differentiate reliable and unreliable health information. And I ask you to formulate your own guidelines in the selection and evaluation of health products and services. This week, we will be talking about the other aspect of consumer health, which includes the medicinal plants that are approved to be used by us, by the people, or by the what do you call this community, and those alternative health services. We will also take a look at into take a look into what quackery is and the health frauds that are you know prevalent in our country. We'll also talk about how to protect ourselves against quackery. And lastly, we will talk about the consumer welfare protection. You know what? We are all considered as consumers. We do have rights, and we will know later on what these rights are. Let us start the discussion with defining medicinal plants. What are these medicinal plants? And what um, are they approved by the DOH? Or which of these medicinal plants are approved by the DOH? And what are they for? I am sure that you know of one or two medicinal plants that you think that are used to cure anything, like, shall we say, yung yerba buena or mint or turmeric. These are medicinal plants. Let's start with Acapulco. I don't know if you have seen this one, but if you're going to places where and there are bushes, Acapulco is very common. Okay, Acapulco, I have seen this one already. I have smelled it already. It is what I know of Acapulco. In our place, it is used to treat yung sa tawag ka ng bun-e, sa English anong bun-e. It is used to treat that one. But Acapulco in general, is used to treat insect bites. Ayan, nangatol ka, itchiness, it will be also used to treat that. And ringworms, yan, pampurga also kaning Acapulco. And sometimes infections, if you have wound, open wound, you can use Acapulco to treat that infection. Scabies also and eczema are also treated with Acapulco. But I think in Mate, you cannot find Acapulco more often sa mga layo-layo na sila nga lugar. Then next one is ampalaya, no, or bitter gourd. No, ampalaya is effective in treating diabetes. Okay, but contrary to that, not contrary, but we shall not only limit our knowledge of ampalaya into that it is used to treat diabetes. It is also used to treat burns. Okay, perfect. I am coughing. It is also used to treat cough and hemorrhoids, kato mga almoranas, okay? You ask your parents, I'm sure that they know how to use ampalaya in treating hemorrhoids. Garlic, yan, bawang. Sir, asa man na gamito ng bawang? You know, class, if you often eat or consume garlic, it lowers your blood cholesterol. That's why makita ka mga tiguang, they really love garlic because it lowers blood cholesterol. And it is also antibacterial. I have experienced using garlic kanang ihampol sa samad because it is antibacterial. And it is also anti-inflammatory. Okay? Sa man na inflammatory. Sir, kanang kuan. Ang usa bisaya ng inflammation ay basta kana siya. Oh, bayabas, guava. Is guava only consumed? No, 'di ba? Sa mga bagong tuli. This is very popular, okay? Sa mga gituli sa bukid, guava is popular because guava is antimicrobial and anti allergy also, okay? Lami na ang guava, but if you try to chew this one, pwede na siya maka-treat na siya sa imuha mga kuan sa baba kanang imuha mga mga mouth-related infections. Okay, it is also an antioxidant. So if you're diabetic or if you know someone who is diabetic, you can suggest eating guava more often. Okay, then we have also lagundi. This is very common, no? the primary knowledge we know about lagundi is that it treats cough. Okay? It also treats colds. And isa pa, dili common, it treats fever. So lagaon ng lagundi, inomon, it treats cough. I think there's already a ready-made lagundi, yung Ascoff lagundi, di ba? Kana siya. But I would go for this organic one. The next medicinal plant that is approved by the DOH is this one, honeysuckle, Chinese honeysuckle. Common na siya sa mga bukid-bukid. I don't know here in Mate if you can find honeysuckle. I have provided here a picture how it looks like. So if you find some a plant that looks exactly like this, and that may be a Chinese honeysuckle. Now in this medicinal plant is used to remove mga intestinal parasites. Sa mga intestinal parasites, mga bitok, no? Mga na siya. Kung naa kay bitok, bitokon ka, you know someone nga bitokon, tanawa sa imong kilid na bitokon diha. You can, what do you call this? You may ask them to, how do you call this? Boil Chinese honeysuckle and then drink the yung kanang pinaglagaan. Ayan, Blumea. Saan siya, sir? Sambong. No? Sambong. Blumea is used to treat hypertension. Okay, mga kidney stones po na siya, effective kay na siya. Kanang gipang UTI, most of the time maglaga ni silag, sambong, and then ilang inumon. Okay, it can also be used for rheumatism and even cough and colds. No, Lumea is used. Nagkata mga Bisaya, ginagamit na to ang sambong para sa kanang, tawag na gani, kanang musulod ka sa habol tapos tuob, 'di ba? Ginagamit na tong Lumea pang tuob. Pampawala daw sa kuan, sa mga panuhot, 'di ba? That is the use of Lumea. Now, the next medicinal plant is called wild tea, no? Kasagaran ni siya, mutubo ni siya sa mga basa-basa na mga yuta, no? Na mga swamps, and it grows there. Why what is the purpose of, or what is the use of wild tea? Yan yung itsura niya, ha? For skin allergies. Ayan. Ginagamit na siya, skin allergies. And then, we also have ulasimang bato, no? Dili ni si Joan ulasiman. Ulasimang bato, it is used to treat arthritis and gout, no? Usually sa mga nanay-nanay, no, they have this ulasimang bato that they plant in a flower pot. Muna siya ulasimang bato because it can grow in a flower pot. I have seen this one also in personally, no? Then we have also peppermint. Saan ang peppermint sa to? Yerba buena. Ayan, yerba buena. Sa mga bukid-bukid ka, if you go there sa mga piso na lang before langit na mga places, the locals there usually boil yerba buena or peppermint and and then make it a tea, no? Tea na sa ilaha. And you can find even yung mga twining na tea, ang flavor niya peppermint, because peppermint really is used sa mga, di ba, na kay cold sensation if you drink peppermint flavor na mga pagkaon. Why? Because isa niya sa mga effects niya. It treats coughs and colds. It is also effective in treating insect bites. So, napakan kag lamok diha, napakan ka kung sana mga kuan, dukduka ra na ampol diha. Then the very popular now, turmeric. Okay? Luyang dilaw. Ayan, turmeric. Mga tiguang kanang kay turmeric. Why? Because it is antioxidant, no? It is an antioxidant and it is also anti-inflammatory. But I just provided here two of the effects, no, of the benefits of turmeric. But there's a lot according to studies. There's a lot more, no? If we talk about the benefits of turmeric. That's why kasagaran ginagamit yun siya sa mga tiguang-tiguang, bisag kung saan lang bitag turmeric pagkaon, tag turmeric powder, etc. And of course, ang dakilang mga go-to nato na medicinal plant, itong asthma weed, o dili weed na kuan ha, marijuana. Asthma weed meaning itong kanang Bisayaan ni oy. Kanang ginalaga gani para sa dengue. Dili so kaya. Dili kanang lain kay glasa. Unsa ni siya me? Kanang ginalaga para sa dengue? Ah, di na tuba-tuba. Tawa-tawa. Tawa-tawa. Yan. Ay, nakalimut ko sa Bisayaan eh. You know, class, yes ko, this is my partner in life, the tawa-tawa. Why? Because I have I've been hospitalized for because of dengue, no? 4 times, no? Kasi karon pakon pa ako na pulo diha ka dengue na mosquitoes. Dili jud ko madutlan na kasi I'm immune to dengue virus already. Okay? So tawa-tawa, no? We know what how it tastes like, no? Diyos ko. Kung dili pa ni init imong inumon, good luck na lang pag andam dahan og candy. Okay? Now, those comprise health yung mga medicinal plants. Okay? Remember, we shall not limit our knowledge to medicinal plants with those plants that I have already talked about. It extends to many more plants. No, dagkan kay pag mga plants nga wala pa nato na discover. And if you ask the locals, no, mga tiguang-tiguang nato sa mga bukid-bukid, they know kung sa patong mga plants, na patong mga buyo, no, mga buyo ang sa tawag na sa Bisaya. Na patong mga mama, dagan pa kay na sila mga nahibalan. Okay? But those were nevertheless approved by the DOH. Those claimed to be effective in treating some other diseases or infections may not yet be approved by the DOH. So it is important that before we use a plant in treating whatever infection or disease or condition we have, we must consult a doctor, work at alternative doctors, or we may also browse through the DOH website and look for these plants that are proven and registered in their database to that are effective or deemed effective in treating different kinds of infections. Now let us move on to alternative health services. I have listed a few here, and if you consult your book, these were the same, no? Sa inyo, these are the same with your book. First one, ventosa. No, ventosa, right? Kanang butang ganig kuan, baso, tapos sindihan, tapos pasuyop daw, mga panuhot-panuhot. Okay, di na naabot lang sa English sa panuhot, but the main benefit, the primary benefit of ventosa is it increases your blood flow. No, kaya nang matay mga muscles dire na dili kayo magamit, and then the blood flow in those muscles over time, no, nagahina, wala kayo naga-supply dito blood, no, oxygen, wala kayo naga-supply dito mo na siya mausahay magnam na siya ng mga parts sa itong lawas. And if we avail of ventosa, it increases the blood flow in those particular parts of the body. Asa man to, usually sa likod man na, no, kaya ito nagamit ang likod, pero sa kamot, kasi man adlaw-adlaw lihok-lihok. We also have reflexology. Ayan. Masama na siya, sir. Anong pislit-pislito ni mo mga tiil, baga itong mga kumingki ni mo mga, basta nga na, oh. Because they believe that those correspond to certain organs, no, of our body. For example, pislito ni mo yung muhang kumagko. Hindi ko sure kung kumagko ba to. So mag-increase doon na siya sa tuwang heart. Malay ko ba? Basta that is what they believed to be. You know, reflexology, it is practiced by ancient Asians, no? Sa ancient China, reflexology, dugay na kaya na gyud. Okay, we also have naturopathy, or those therapies that focus on your mental and emotional being. Ayan. Magkuhan ka dito, meditation, mga naturopathy ang tawag nato dito. Okay? We also have the very common one na mato ka dito sa Taiburan, mato ka dito sa Body Wish, massage therapy. Okay, daghan kayo klaseng massage na Swedish, na etc. etc. Okay? What is the purpose of this, or what is the benefit of availing massage therapy? Ayan, it increases blood circulation. Okay? Muscle pains and stiffness, yung mga nanggahin na yung muscles, it will be relieved, no? When you avail of massage therapy. I don't know with your age, okay pa man mo, active pa man kayo mo, massage may not be kanang dili kay avail ninyo ang kayang massage therapy. But for us, mga working na, murag, dili pod may daran, no? Nalami sa 19 pa mong edad. We do really avail massage therapy. Sa kuha, marag twice a month, once a month if naay kwarta. Kay mahal kay massage no 300 plus. So ayan, sa massage therapy. Especially for us who are sitting most of the time, no, magsakit ang likod and massage is one way of relieving that back pain. Okay, let's move on to quackery. Sir, unsa nang quackery? Okay, when we speak of quackery, the practices or pretensions of a quack, yan sinabi ni Miriam. Kaya naman Merriam-Webster, yung silingan na. Okay, or, sir, vague pa man kayo. Let us have another definition. This is a medical practice and advice based on observation and experience in ignorance of scientific findings. In short, these are not scientifically based. Okay? Mga practices ni sa mga wala ni agi og scientific mga science-related trainings. Okay? Mga scientific process natin. Usually mga tigwang-tigwang na kana magtandok kunuhay no mga quackery na tandok-tandok okay napagipang reseta dito nga to mga dili trained professionals no sa mga bukid-bukid nga gikuan daw ka gi dautan na that is quackery. Okay, sir, when can we say that there is quackery? There is quackery class when someone pretends to have an experienced knowledge. Ayan. Especially in the field of medicine. Ako doctor, di siya doctor. And then giresetahan ka. That is quackery. Okay? Someone who pretends to have knowledge of medicine, even if that individual has not underwent training related to medicine. No? It is quackery when someone poses as a healthcare professional, particularly doctor. Okay? When someone pretends to be a doctor, raise a red flag. He may be, or he is really a quack. Okay? Or someone sells an herb or supplement or diet aid that doesn't actually do anything. That is quackery. That is what quacks do. No? Magsuroy-suroy sa inyong mga tindahan, sa inyong mga balay, palit na ani makayo ni cancer. Class, kung napay tambal ng makayo cancer, naayo na ta ng mga cancer patients. Okay? Mga MX5, MX6, ayan. Ay mga testimonya sa radyo, kuan lagi daw, naayo daw sila sa cancer. Okay, remember, what is the purpose why these products or why these advertisements are being aired in radio stations? Because they want to, yan, sell, no? Para po mataas silang sales. And we would not be surprised if we will be hearing some testimonials which are superficial na yun, no? What is quack pala, sir? Yan, another definition. An untrained person who pretends to be a physician and who dispenses with medical advice. Kato mga dili gyud doctors nga nagpa-pretend as doctors or not pretending to be doctors but are giving you medical advice. Ayan, kato mga hilot, no? Mga hilot may not be a quack kung kato mga pang kuha nila kato mga medicinal plants rasad. If they are giving you mga reseta na dili sila doctor kaya nagkumpiyansa. Okay? A quack is an ignorant, yan, misinformed, and dishonest, yan, practitioner in medicine, or practitioner of medicine. Now, let me or you do please reflect on this. How do we make sure that you and your family are protected against quackery? Okay, how do you protect your family and yourself against these quacks, no? Mga quack practices, no? Usually ba kato mga especially ito mga ginikanan kay they lack instruction, meaning wala kang college, they don't have enough knowledge about which medicines to take, they would just easily believe these quacks, no? Kato mga magsuroy-suroy and selling you products. Okay, how would you protect them? You comment down below. Okay, when you deal with any medical or health professional, confirm or his or her credentials. That is how You despise quackery. No? Get rid of quackery. Before you believe in someone who prescribes you with medicine, mga services, health services, you ask for their credentials. Are you a doctor? Where's your license? Ayan. Okay? Next. Understand the controversies over products that are not regulated by the FDA. Sometimes, lack when we lack information, it becomes fatal. Nakamamatay. Okay? Because we tend to buy products arbitrarily, no? Palit-palit ratang what they knowledge about the same. Whereas when we consult the FDA as to which products are registered in their database, we may be sure that those products are safe. Why? Because before the FDA registers a product, it has to go with and it has to undergo tests. No? It tests nila for safety. Ayan. It-test yan ng FDA. Okay? Learn about counterfeit drugs to protect yourself from the consequences of receiving these when you feel a legal prescription. No? Dapat kabalo ka asang counterfeit or dili. No? So how usama na ako na sir mo kabalo. That's why do not buy. No? Bisig asara. You always buy itong mga legitimate drugstores. Drugstores which have what? Pharmacists. Ayan. Ito ra kang palit sa ila. No? Na may mga drugstores na maligya po mga peke. Mga mini drugstore. Be careful. Okay? Next, never use your real name, phone number, or other personal information in a public online location like support groups, forums, or to sign up to receive information. Now, class, we know that we are at the heights of technological and ICT innovation, information and communication technology innovation. That's why you would not be surprised if there are people selling online, no, of these health products and services. Okay? And tapos na pa yan promo. Okay, first month free. Do not use your real name, phone number. Why? Because they may use it, no, in defrauding others. No? Tingalan lang ka na nagamit sa real kumanya dito na nakablatter na dito sa Luzon kay na maligya o peke na mga tambal. So do not use your real name. You avoid being into that circumstances we're in na nakay records no sa to mga law enforcement agencies because others are using your name in defrauding other people. That is very unfortunate. Okay? Remember, we have a law that protects us consumers. That is the Consumer Act of the Philippines or Republic Act number 7394. In that said act, it stipulates no our interest as consumer. It aims to promote our general welfare and the standards of conduct of business or industry that shall be followed by these manufacturers. Kung ikaw manufacturer sa tambal, you have to follow the consumer and welfare protection law because, ayan, that is to prevent mga untoward incidents in the future which might compromise the health of the public. Okay, remember, let us talk about what these rights are. No? Ayan. But before that, in the Consumer Welfare and Protection Law, there are these different agencies that are coming together in order to promote consumer health. Unsa to sila? DTI, the Department of Trade and Industry. You know what? It is the DTI that regulates yung mga companies, no? Gina-regulate yan nila. It is the DTI which sets the SRP, suggested retail price. It is the DTI which registers the business names, etc., etc. Okay, we also have the DOH, no? And DOH, it tests the safety of these products. And under DOH, we have the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. Sa una, pangalan kay BFAD, Bureau of Food and Drugs. But now it is renamed to Food and Drug Administration. We also have the Department of Agriculture. Sir, hana the Department of Agriculture? Of course, because products are not only limited to medicines, health products, it could extend to food, no? Ito mga agribusinesses. Ayan. So there are products that are under the supervision of the DA. Ayan. Kano sa tamang maka-ensure nga ito ang gipalit na karne, ah, dili double dead. Ayan. Ang DA naga make sure ana through the National Meat Inspection Service, NMIS. Makita ka sa palengke, kita karne na itatak nga violet, blue. Ayan, that is an NMIS stamp which says that this meat product is safe to eat because it is not double dead. Ayan. We also have the DepEd. See roles of DepEd. This one here is a manifestation of the help or the role of DepEd in the promotion of consumer welfare and protection. This is to provide knowledge and education to you students as to how shall we spot fraudulent products, unsafe products over the legit ones, no? So that we will not be deceived ayan, into buying these products. We also have the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas yan, and the Securities and Exchange Commission. Kaning SEC, BSP na lang sila yung role. No? Ang BSP role nila is ito, money matters, and the SEC yung mga organizational matters of the corporations. So, timan ito sila. Okay. Sir, nakapalit og product. Na siya adverse effects ako. Ayan. Can I complain? Yes, of course. Because these here, what you are seeing in your screen, no, are the requisites, no, as to who can file or what shall you do when you want to complain. First, the complainant must be a natural person. Ano sa na natural person, sir? Duha man gud ka klase ang tao. Una, natural person. Ang kaduha, juridical person. Natural person is a human being. When we speak of juridical person, it is a corporation, cooperative that has an identity. IMA is a juridical person. Dili siya tao, but it is given an identity as a school. Ayan, juridical person tawag dyan. ER is a juridical person. So, ang IMA, dili ka complain. No? Kung na student o nga na natagaan o tambal nga expire na tapos na adverse effects. Dili ang IMA mo complain, kundi ang natural person who is the victim. Katong bata. Okay, the subject of violation must be a consumer product or service. Okay, remember, before you complain, you have to make sure that it is the product or service which is fraudulent, which causes adverse effects to you, not the person. Okay, ang service o ang product. Ang person, sample kay gusto lang jud ka kasuhan siya. Hindi naman. Ang produkto o ang service ang dapat nag-cause og adverse effects sa imuha. Okay? The nature of the complaint is any of the above. Ayan. Kaning nasa taas. It's either product or service. Now, what shall you do? No? Sample, nakapalit kag kuan dito sa ER or sa ER yan. Nakapalit kag heater tapos pagsaksak nimo sa heater sa balay ning buto. Atoy. Ni buto ang heater. So what shall you do? It's either of the following. First mong kuan gyud adto ka dito sa tindahan, okay? You ask your money back. Refund. Na kundi na mo refund, wala jud na siya ginaingon class nga no refund policy. There must be a refund if there is defect in the product. Okay? You always demand for refund. Choice mo lang yan. Okay? You can also demand for a repair. Gusto lang nimo kato nimong dibuto nga heater kay ipa-repair lang. That's also one of the options. And then you can also replace that item. You bring the item to ER and then ask for another yung replacement. You ask for replacement. Okay. Apart from those, you can gather documentation. You must gather documentation as much as you can regarding the complaint. Before you go to DTI, DA, etc., dapat na kay documentation. Okay? Because when you complain that this product is not working, this product is broken, this product is fraudulent, this is a fake medicine, you must have proof. You must have proof that that is really fake medicine, that product that you bought is broken the time that you take possession of it. No? Kay base po di mo ang sala. Gisaksak nimo sa diretso dito sa transformer. Buto yun na. Okay? So, documentation. Mo nang uban, pag mag-test gana na sila, unboxing, they, they video themselves, no? This video record themselves because they want to make sure na uh, everything is properly documented. That is very true. That I encourage you to do that when you buy online products, no? Okay. Pag iuli na nimo, they would really require you of proof. Of course naman, sir, nakapalit og brief. Tapos pag abot kay buslot di ay, ha? Ang mga brief class, non-returnable ng mga brief, no? Kung isuot na nimo. Okay, pag na-video pa nimo, pag abli nimo buslot na, you can return that one. So ayaw sa isukat na mga brief panty, no? Or sir, nagpalit og napkin na gi-try na ako katol. Oh. Iuli ba nimo? Returnable ba yan? Oh, kambyuhan na siya replaceable. Examples of documents that you can gather are sales receipts, warranties, repair orders, contract agreement, canceled checks, kung na mo i-check or any document which will support your complaint. Mao na siya ang hinungdan, why would these establishments would ask for receipt? Because they have to make sure that the product you are returning, you are asking a refund for, you are asking a replacement for, really is the same product that you bought from them. Malay ba na ako kana basig day ka na nga product imong gipalit na sa ER tapos imong gipakambyan sa warehouse. O lain pud kayo. That's why they will be asking for receipts and do not complain if they will refuse to refund, replace or repair your product because you didn't bring receipt when making a demand. Okay? Now sir, gahapon lang nahuman ang warranty sa among ref tapos karon ni buto, can it still be covered? No, because the warranty has expired. Remember warranties, it is only good for a specific period, no? For a certain period lang gid na siya. It must not go beyond, and that's why kung buto imong ref, you shall shoulder the cost of repair. Okay, now naman products that have warranties. But after the warranty, they have also limited repair orders. You can bring repair orders also. So in buying products class, you ask, asang warranty ani? Until when ang warranty? Na by repair order ni siya. Okay? Next, what shall you do? Go back to the store or office where you buy the product. Okay? Or you bought the product. And then talk to the person who sold you the products or service. Palihog lang class. Exercise courtesy, exercise respect in making complaints, no? Dito sa store. Ayaw pagwarak rin ito, asa man tong manager nga. Guba man yung gibaligya dari. No. What shall you do? Approach the person who sold you the product or who has assisted you in the purchase of the product. And then tell your concern. You narrate that I bought this product yesterday and then upon returning home, I tried to plug it in a 220 volt socket. But to my surprise, I was surprised, you know, and it exploded. And then I never did anything to it. I just plug it in. Ganyan. Now, what do you want now? State what do you want to do. Do you want it to be refunded? Do you want it to be replaced? Do you want it to be returned? Okay. If you're not satisfied with the support, write a formal letter of complaint to the concerned government consumer protection agencies. But before you do this, because I've been in your class and in law, we're not encouraging complaints, no? Ay, magdemanda ka, dili na gini nga siya. As much as possible, walay mga demanda mahitabo, walay mga complaints nga. So, you look for ways wherein you can settle the dispute. Okay? So, nagingon na ka ito katong nagbantay nga kanay nahitabo. Ay sorry sir, di man gyud may mo kuan, di na may mo honor na. That is the time that you will ask for the manager or the supervisor. Okay? If the supervisor refuses to cater your concern, refuse to refund or replace or repair the product that you bought from them, that may be the time that you will be filing a complaint before the concerned agency. Katong mga health electronics product ay mga electronics products yan, katong mga gipangpalit ninyo dito sa kuan na expired na mga gatas dili pulihan, tinapa nga na ay kumingking sa sulod. Ayan, doon ka sa DTI mag-complain. Okay? But for those meat-related products, agriculturally, yung nature na is agriculture sa DA. Okay? You write a letter of complaint narrating what transpired during your purchase and then enclose supporting documents. What are those supporting documents? Let me repeat. Those receipts, etc., etc., proof of purchase, warranties, etc. You enclose that one. Of course, photocopy lang and then affix your signature to it just to make sure it is really the document. Yan. Then, within 2 years, starting from the time the consumer transaction happened, okay, there is this what we call prescription. Dili ng prescription na kuan klasa, kanang reseta. Prescription in the context of law, dira lang ka taman magreklamo. Beyond that, di nakakareklamo. For example, sa yuta, nakapalit kag yuta, no? Tapos for 30, tapos ay mo na nakayuta dito sa bubon, no? Tapos na din nagbaligya sa imong yuta dito for 30 years, no? Katong nagpalit kay wagid siya ka bangkaagan na ikaw day tagiana. After 30 years, gusto pagbalik nimo sa bubon kay asa naman ang yuta na ako ano na ako, nandito nakapalit. Oh, dili nakaka-complain because 30 years have elapsed. No? They call that prescription. It is the same here in consumer welfare and protection. You can file your complaint within 2 years lang. Okay? 2 years and 1 day din nakaka-file og complaint. Okay? And to whom does a consumer file a complaint? Ayan, in the provincial office of the DTI, the Department of Agriculture, DA, the DOH, sa provincial office kanya. If there is an extension office in your municipality, for example, sa Manay na extension office ng DOH, you cannot file it there because the law dictates that you file your complaint before the provincial office of that concerned agency. So asa man na usually diri sa atong province natay DTI diha sa may Rizal Street. Okay? But if it is money matters, yan, defraud ka, dito ka sa, wala man tayo BSP diri, sa Davao, gid ka na mag-file. What are the remedies available to consumers? Okay. The nature of these complaints are administrative. Na, di paginin niyo masabtan ng administrative, judicial, etc., etc. Administrative, why? Ayan. Kaya mga agencies DTI, administrative lang ni sila, dili na sila kaso nga dito yun sa korte, ha? That's why it's called administrative lang because you have to settle it in a particular under a particular agency that is administrative nature. Whereas if you file the same in court, that is no more administrative in nature. It is already judicial in nature. Now, replacement or repair of product use services, these are administrative proceedings, okay? Gusto nimo pakambyuan, pa-repair lang imong aircon, ng imong gipalit, that is administratively you can do that in administrative proceeding. Doon ka sa DTI, di ka sa korte. At ka dito sa kuan, municipal trial court, pakambyo na ko replacement, katauan ka dito sa mga tao. Okay? Reimbursement to complainant of the amount spent in pursuing the complaint. Ayan. Dito gyapon na sa administrative proceedings. Refund or payment. Dito gyapon na sa mga agencies concerned. Restitution or rescission of contract. Kung sa man yung restitution, you have to be paid, no, for the damages and injury that resulted from the purchase. Yan, restitution tawag niyan. Rescission, you cancel the contract, we call that rescission. The contract when entered into by two parties and then both decided to rescind or to stop or to cancel the contract, we call that rescission of contract. Now, we also have civil action, okay? Sa man ang civil action, dili criminal. Walay ka priso-priso. Di ka mapriso pag civil action lang na siya. Civil action meaning there is no penalty of imprisonment. But you may be fined for damages. Ayan. refund of payment, award of damages, restitution or rescission of contract. This is filed in court. Okay? If in administrative proceeding, you were not able to avail or justice, no? You were not able to avail remedies, no? Available. I-deny ka sa mga remedies. It is when you will be going to the courts na. No? Kung wala gisettle sa DTI or gisettle siya in favor of that ER, in favor of warehouse, feeling mo kaya grabyado pa ka, that is the time that you will go to the courts to file a complaint. Ayan. That includes, ayan, magpa-refund ka, magpa-award of damages. Okay. Nagkaon kog tinapat to my thinking na safe siya. But after eating, I experienced to. Nagtaig ko, nagsakit ako ang tiyan. Na hospital ko, I spent 100,000 pesos, no? For my medication. Tapos karon kay mahilo-hilo ko, yan. You can ask for damages, no? Kung sa man to siya na mga exemplary damages, actual damages, na actual damages kana may imong gisuffer na expenses, kana imong gasto sa hospital, pamasahe, sa tambal, yan, actual damages yan. May exemplary damages and attorney's fees, i-award na sa court sa imuha. Okay? So be careful, ayaw suluha ang tanan. These remedies are available. If you have eaten a product which cost you thousands of pesos or a certain amount of money for your medication, kaning sakit imong tiyan or whatsoever imong nakuan, you can file complaint because those manufacturers have to be held liable for their negligence. Ayan, negligence tawag niyan. Bakit negligence, sir? Dapat hindi sila nagbenta ng expired products. Okay? May negligence sa kanilang part. Or maybe they are taking advantage, no? May mga unfair commercial practices. Okay? Reimbursement of the complainant of the amount spent during pursuing the complaint. Na, kabalo ka class, when it comes to civil actions, yung mga civil cases, you would really have to spend money. Okay? Mag-file pa lang sa korte, mangita ka abogado, money. Okay? Now, pag mudaog ka, you can ask for the reimbursement or refund ka to na gasto nimo. Pag-file sa courts, kibayad sa abogado, i-award na siya sa korte. Provided that your case has merits, no? Mudaog ka. Ayan. For criminal action, defendant, if found guilty by the court, can be sentenced to imprisonment and or payment fine, both at the discretion of the court. Now, karon, if the case, no, kanay imuhang kuan kay very nice swindling, sa man swindling, sir, estafa, no? Ginagpalit og products, gipa-resell peke dito yung mga gipalit na products nga imong gi-resell. Now you can file swindling or estafa, no? That is a criminal action. If someone is accused of estafa, ayan, preso. Part sa preso, magbayad pag you fine. Now karon, you are selling, no? You are selling products. And then someone issues a check, no? Cheque. Pag abtunin mo sa bangko, adoy! Ning bounce ang cheque. Walay sulod di ay ang cheque. Walay sulod ang account. Zero balance. O yan, violation of BP 22, Batas Pambansa 22. What is that? The anti-bouncing checks law. Pwede ka mapreso. No? Kamo pohon, if you will have money, if you don't have enough balance in your account, do not issue a check. No? Ayaw pag-issue og check kung walay sulod mo account because you will be imprisoned. Mapriso ka kung mag-complain ang gitagaan nimo sa check. Okay? That is a violation of BP 22. Batas Pambansa 22 or the anti-bouncing checks law. Now, how are consumer complaints resolved? And giyon sa pag-resolve, the implementing agency class where you file your complaint, no? After jurisdiction is determined, meaning na ang jurisdiction ano, the power to hear and decide on cases. Sa legal matters na to. So pag ano siya, pwede na siyang ma-file, that is jurisdiction. Kami mo decide na jurisdiction tawag niya. We'll call the parties for mediation conference and find ways to amicable settlement. Ingani yun na siya. Why? Because it is highly discouraged that you file complaints every now and then. No? Imagine kung kita tanan magreklamo kay ginay yung pangit ta. For us ko na siya. Or may pangsaway ka. Sige kag complain or na mga liable statements. Una gid ana, amicable settlement. No? I-resolve mo. Pwede pa na yung basig masabutan pa nato ni. No, ay na lang ni Paco na complaint. That is the first thing. Okay? However, if there is no amicable settlement or wala jud mo na settle, ayan, magpatawag og preliminary conference ang agency. Masa man na mahitabo sa preliminary conference. It is like preliminary kung sa day mong complaint, sa man nature ani asa na gikan tanan. It's like preliminary investigation. And kung sa korte pa na, okay? After that, there will be an arbitration officer, okay? Ang arbitration officer, siya mag-hear sa kaso, dili siya kaso kung proceeding lang, dili ang kaso. Proceeding, okay, kaniyang kwan sa pikas, mo niyang averment, kaniyang complaint sa pikas. I will decide now in favor of party A because ani arbitration officer ang tawag niyan, okay? The arbitration officer, kung nag-decide na siya tapos feeling nimo kay agrabyado ka kay nindaog ang isa ka party, you can appeal the decision to the secretary of the department within 15 days. Kung say may pasabotan na sir, wala ko ganahi sa decision ni Mr. Kumanya diya sa DTI, I will elevate this to the secretary of the DTI, Ramon Lopez. That is appeal, no? Now, the decision of the department secretary is appealable within 15 days. Okay, pwede ka motion for reconsideration. For example, nag-decide na ang Secretary of Department of Trade and Industry, dili ka tagaan og damages because ayan, imo man pud ning sala. Awa kaning tuod, dili ka mapatuo, di jud na nimo sala, mo imong belief. Now you can appeal that to the what? Court of Appeals. Poncio Pilato versus Secretary of the DTI. Ay, nga na ang title dito. Ayan. If you are still not satisfied with the decision of the Court of Appeals, you can elevate your case to the Supreme Court. Kung sa man na siya, on what grounds, grave abuse of discretion, pataka ra ning Court of Appeals to decide. The decision rendered was in excess or of jurisdiction or authority of the arbitration officer. Buot-buot siya, bisag dili appeal sa iyang jurisdiction. The decision is not supported by evidence, etc., etc. But this is actually sa mga legal matters na, no? So mga procedural matters, it is not cogent for you to learn all of this. No, not cogent, but it is not required of you to learn all of this. Okay. Let me just go through with your basic rights as consumers. First right, basic needs. Okay? Sa mga basic needs? Food, shelter, and clothing. O sa mana, o sa pag-exercise ito sa right na, dapat dili ka i-deny if you will buy basic needs. No? Kung palit kag pagkaon sa ER, di ka pasudlon sa ER, that is a violation of your basic right, of your right to basic needs. No? If someone denies you of availing these, of buying these basic needs, yan, that is an encroachment, a violation of your right. Right to information. Dapat ka nang imong gipalit na information diha. Kinsa nag-manufacture, kano sa expiration date, kano sa gi-manufacture, kinsa ang address sa manufacturer. Dapat nakabalo ka na kanang produkto imong gipalit na allergen content, di ba? Dapat ma-inform ka nga na siya nag-contain siya milk, nag-contain siya egg, because just in case you are allergic to these food, then you are already informed. And that is also forming part of your right to safety. Why do you have to be informed? Because the products that you will be buying shall be safe to consume. Ayan. The right to choose. O matukag ER. Tapos, sir, bawal ka mo palit og Skyflakes. Dapat rebis ko lang yun. No? That is a violation of your right to choose. If you are restricted to buying one brand only, that is a violation of your right to choose. Right to representation. Once maning right to representation, that you can be represented by anybody in putting forth or in advancing your interest as consumer. Right to redress, dapat na ay mga remedies that you can avail of if may violations sa imong right. Okay? Redress the wrong, meaning you correct the wrong. The one who commits the wrong shall correct the same. Right to redress. Right to consumer education. This is a manifestation of your right to consumer education. You are being informed of your rights as consumers in school. Okay? And right to a healthy environment. That is one of, that is very self-explanatory. No need to elaborate on your right to a healthy environment. Okay. So dapat po, let me go back to right to safety. In producing or manufacturing the food that you will be buying, there must be safety standards. Okay? That's why kung ang manufacturing company, punog mga basura ilang kumpanya, ilang manufacturing floor, that is a violation to your rights to safety because it put your safety at risk. Okay? Sabtan. Unya, nangunta ko during synchronous class. I think that would be all. Thank you and bye-bye.